welcome back to the Two Peas in the podcast. As ever, we are here with your weekly dose of yumminess, laughs, gorgeousness, and good conversation. Besties for life, right or die. Mwah. So, for those who don't know us, where you been? My name is Katie. I'm based here in the UK, and as ever, my very glamorous co-host is.
Hey guys, I'm Jessica over here in America, and I did bring a special guest today.
Yeah, we have a special guest on the podcast today, and there are going to be people watching this that are going to be like, ugh, but that's the whole point of today's episode, isn't it, darling? What are we talking about today?
Yeah, we're going to talk about our biggest nopes. Like, when you hear about it, when you think about it, you're like, nope. And I know that snakes are a lot of people's nopes.
Yep, absolutely. So we thought it was good. And then we kind of talked about phobias before, but this isn't just phobias. This is like things that are like non-negotiable, ick, just a hell to the no, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just like, it's just general whatever. And I have a couple. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I have to start, even though it's your thing, because this is like my ultimate. I have two. This is going to sound really weird, and you're going to pull a face. You may even make a joke. I have two body parts that are an absolute no. There you go. And it's not what you think it is before you say anything.
Well, we know that. We know that's not a nope.
I've got three kids, so yeah, it is what it is. The first one is anything to do with eyes. Now, obviously, I love to see. The girl loves to see it. She understands eyes are an amazing thing. I do. I think they're fantastic, obviously. But anything where there's a touching of an eyeball, I can't. I have to freaking leave the room. Like, seriously, there's something about, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, maybe it's a past life thing, who knows? But literally, I had a boyfriend when I was younger he knew this about me, and he would wear contact lenses. And so would literally chase me around the house, going like touching. It makes me physically, it's not a nausea. I feel like my skin wants to crawl off my body and go down the drain. Like, I can't deal with it.
It's funny. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls.
Yes.
And he's like, ooh, with his eye, and the guy's like, my brother used to do
that. But like anything like, I don't watch horror films. I hate horror, huge horror. That's a big no for me. Maybe I should have said that. But anything where there's like any kind of injury to an eye, it's going off. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. And I agree, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's not one of my absolute nopes, but I mean, it's not pleasant to think about something going into your eye. And I seem to be the type of person who always gets like eyelashes in my eye for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Do you know, there's two worse ones. One happened to me, one I witnessed happening to somebody else. One was where the eyelash went between my eyelid, top eyelid, and my eyeball, and I couldn't get it out for ages. And it felt like every time not even blinking, every time I even just like slightly moved my eyeball, I felt like a razor blade was inside. So sore. And that happened at a Christmas staff party. We were all sitting around. We were all sitting around having dinner, and I'm like, they go, "You're right." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just think
I'm doing good over here, guys." Like, tears pouring from your eyes, like, Oh man.
But the other one, and this is like heads up, especially I know you with your plants. Anybody who's ever doing any kind of gardening, plant stuff, please wear eye protection. My mom, years ago, she was out in the front yard and she was down, and as she went up like that, one of the very thick, pointy vine leaves went into her eye and scratched her cornea.
Oh, God. Every time you tell me that story, I'm like, Jesus. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm really happy I have glasses.
Yes.
It's a little bit of a protection.
Yes. Like, even if you have to wear sunglasses, just something on your eyes, because it's not fun,
Yeah. And I wear glasses when I like repot plants and stuff, because the dust will get up in your eyes. And yeah, that's one of my biggest things, especially like when I'm messing with my cactus. I'm like always so worried about that. So yeah. So I feel you on that one for sure. That's not the funnest type of thing. Ugh. Thanks for giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, ugh.
And that's the thing, isn't it? A no is a form of a heebie-jeebie, whether it's like, a person, a thing, whatever, but it's something where you're literally, it feels like a body reaction. Your body goes, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, well, my first one, I'll go in order of what I have. So my first no is cruises. Okay, now you kind of know this about me. There's something about big bodies of water and being out there that freaks me out. I do not want to go. And I don't mind like going on boats in like lakes or rivers, although I feel like I would have anxiety the whole time, but I would go. It's like if I feel like I have a shot of swimming to the shore, because I'm a pretty good swimmer. And I feel like if I had a shot of swimming to the shore, okay, but like being out there in the ocean where I'm looking all around and I see no land, that feels like the most terrifying thing to me. Cruise ships, being stuck with all these people on a cruise ship. I already get like motion sickness. Like when I went on my first plane ride, the ride back had a lot of turbulence. And I felt like, I forget what they call it, but it's some kind of, they call it syndrome or disease, but it starts with the M, where after you've gotten off of a plane or a boat, you still feel like everything's rocking. Right. I remember I told you about it. I was terrified that I was going to feel like that for like the rest of my life, because there's people who have felt like that for like months after that. And I know I would get sick. I'm just like, oh God, the idea of being on cruise ships, boats, yachts, I'm just like, it's no. And even if I was, sorry, he's like climbing. I'm trying not to let him distract me. Even if I was given cruise tickets, like free, you can go anywhere in the world, I'd be like, you know what? I like my home. I pay a lot to be in my home monthly. I think I'm going to stay here. But tell the captain I said, cheerio. Godspeed on your journey. But I'm good on that. And I don't know if that comes from like a past life where maybe I was on the Titanic, or maybe I was on a ship where something bad happened, but I'm just like, absolutely not.
I mean, I've been on a cruise, as you know. So it was before we met. I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2010. So before we met, we went on a cruise around Greece and Turkey. And I mean, the good thing about it is that you're in a different country, not different country, a different place every day.
Right.
So, you go to sleep, you wake up, you're somewhere different, and yes, you can go off and look around and look at they do excursions and trips and stuff, or you can just go and do your own thing, but you can also stay on the boat if you want, because they have entertainment and they have a cinema and they have a library and they have a games room, and like it is amazing. But I hear you. I will say the first half day, because I'd never been on one before, it took me a minute to get my sea legs, and I was not a happy camper. I get motion sickness quite badly, just per se. I just do. I can't go on rides that go round and round. That's when they went to Universal Studios, and I went on the Simpsons ride. If you know, you know. It nearly ruined my entire day there, because, oh my God, I never felt so ill in my life. But yeah, it took me a minute, but once I got my sea legs, it was okay. I understand. I mean, it's funny because one of my no's, actually, which has become more prevalent as I've gotten older, I think, is I don't want to go in the sea, in the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. Things in there sting you, bite you, stab you, poison you. When will we get the message that the things that live in the sea don't want us to be in the sea?
Yeah. I mean, if we were supposed to be in the sea, we would have been, created with tails.
Yeah.
Or fins or whatever.
That we know more about the surface of the moon than we do about our oceans. Like literally, like 10% of our oceans have been explored. That's terrifying to me. I'm sure there are things that live down the deep dark down which we don't even know about.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, okay, there are the things about the going on the cruise and the boats that bother me, but I'm like, is it that? Or is it the fact that I don't want to be stuck stranded out there? I don't want to be stuck with sharks swimming around me. Like, I love sharks. Sharks are one of my favorite animals. I think they're beautiful, but I don't want to go swim with them. Like, I have no desire to do that. And I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Open Water.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, with the couple.
Yes.
And the acting in that movie is probably exactly how I would act. It's just horrifying to think about that. So, yeah, I think...
And yeah, in fact, I can love movies where there's, like, a stupidly big, like the Meg, I like stupidly big sharks. I don't know why. I just find it really cool. But would I want to be in the ocean with one? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. I would be the first person to be eaten because I can barely swim. So bye-bye, Katie,
Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm good. And see, being in Florida too, like with water, we do not go into the water around here unless you know that there's no alligators in there. Because there's just alligators everywhere in Florida. If you can't see the bottom, you can just assume that there are alligators. But I don't know. If I can't see the bottom, if it's not clear water, I won't go in it. And then even if it is clear past a certain point, no.
Yeah.
Like I like pools.
I get it. My mom, when she was You're freaking people out. My mum, when she was
He's so
younger,
cute though.
because mum, I know he is. My mum doesn't swim, and she won't go into a pool that she can't touch the bottom
Yeah.
because when she was younger, apparently, she was going to jump into the pool and have her older brother catch her, and he got distracted. She jumped in. He didn't catch her. She went all the way to the bottom and had to be dragged out by her hair.
Yeah,
That'll do it. That'll do it.
that kind of reminds me of my son. Like we went to the Springs. It was probably like a year ago, and I told him, "Okay, I'm going to grab onto you because there's a little ledge here, and if you step off this ledge, you're gonna sink." And he's like not, great in the water. He likes the water. Like. Yeah. He's not great. So what does he do? Of course, like a classic kid, he does not listen to me, and he goes and he walks right off the ledge, and he goes thunk underneath the water, and I literally had to reach down and grab him and lift him back up, and he's like, I'm like, that's what I was trying to avoid here, people. But yeah, he's okay, and he still loves the water. It didn't traumatize him, but
good. But yes, we will never get Jess on a cruise. And it's not going to happen. Anybody who wants to buy her cruise tickets, just don't bother. Save your money because it's just a waste of time. She's not going.
No.
That's okay.
I don't understand the luster of it. Cruises and boats and.
See, the thing is, you only went on your first plane a couple of years ago. It's like,
And the plane doesn't bother me. I would go on a plane ride again. That didn't bother me. I actually thought like takeoff was fun because I like roller coasters. So I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I kind of make peace with the fact that maybe if I get on this plane, I'm not going to get off, right? So it's like, we might as well just enjoy the ride. Like, it is what it is. But I didn't like the turbulence on the way back and making me dizzy. Yeah. And I feel like that would be my biggest worry about getting on a plane again, is I don't want to get off and feel dizzy. It could have also been because of where I was at. I had went to Denver.
Yeah.
And, I'm here in Florida. I'm like below the sea line or whatever. Yeah. And so in Denver, they're like, I was dizzy the entire trip. It was horrible.
I remember. And you were like, you find it hard to breathe because the air was thinner and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless you. Bless you. Is he doing okay? Can we carry on? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. Cool. So, number 2 is another body part. No, not that one. I don't like feet. I don't.
She is so squeamish, guys. Like,
I am terrible. Look, again, I love my feet. They get me to walking, running, dancing, jumping, skipping. Like, your feet are awesome. And I appreciate them. They're awesome. I don't like... when you go out with a guy... This can't just be me. And he's got a thing about feet. I can't, mate. That would give me nausea. Anybody who wants to give me a foot rub or, God forbid, and wants me to do it to him, it's not happening. It's not happening. I feel like I am going to be vomiting over your feet. Like, it's disgusting. And I don't understand why. Obviously, everyone has their thing. Everybody has their kink. I get it. But people that are into feet, and people who like have feet pictures and stuff, it's weird. Okay, feet are dirty. They're smelly. They're sweaty. It's gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't relate. Like, I'm not like I don't want to like. I don't have a foot fetish or anything. But like, I don't mind giving my man a foot massage, and I don't mind receiving one. Feet do not bother me at all. What my thing is like the whole like, and I'm sorry if this is vulgar for anybody. But like the whole like spitting in the mouth thing, I don't like that. No. I'm like, oh, gross. But yeah, feet don't really bother me. It's okay. I mean, obviously feet smell, but my son's feet smell. Okay, he's a type that will come home from school, take off his socks, fling playground sand everywhere, and it's like the funkiest smell. And I'm like, boy, get your feet off my couch.
I know. My daughter has that. It's like, even if she showers, it's still like, what? Does something die in your shoe? Like, seriously. It's like, I don't think it helps either that I'm really, really ticklish on my feet.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't help. I want to kick people in the face if they tickle my feet, so. So, yeah, anything to do with feet, apart from, obviously, making them look pretty with nail polish and pretty shoes. But anything else, it's not happening.
Okay, no feet, Baku.
Well, he hasn't got any, so he's cool.
No, he doesn't. He's just a long tube.
I love the way you check. Like, oh, yeah.
He's a meat tube. Technically, he does have, like, these little, which he's got, I don't know if you wouldn't be able to see them on camera, but they're like little next to their cloaca or whatever it's called, which is basically like their little butt type of area, I guess you would call it. There's like these two little claw things. They're like tiny little claws, and that's technically like their feet. But yeah, they don't have feet. And snakes are amazing to me too, because how they can maneuver around things and like move without anything. They have the strongest abs in the world, basically. And he's not like,
wouldn't be a 6-pack, it'd be a 20-pack.
Yeah, no, snakes are super powerful, and he's just almost a year and a half.
Yeah,
he was born June 23rd.
Yeah,
so he's almost a year and a half, and he's not distressed or anything right now. He's just extremely curious.
I know,
because he has not been in this room yet, and he's wanting to explore. Okay, so my next one is caves. Yes, you already know some of these things about me.
I know.
What is the thing about going in caves? Like, what is exciting about that to people? I need to know. I feel like, okay, and there's different varying levels. Like, I guess if I was to go into like a big wide cavern where we're not going in any passages, we're not going to have to remember which turns we made to get out. I don't want anything squeezing against my body because I am claustrophobic slightly. Then I might be okay with that. Like, I might be willing to just walk in and look around and, okay, like, that's it, and I want to go. But, like, anytime I have to make a left and make a right or do any kind of thing where I'm losing the daylight, I'm good. And it's a absolutely hell nah to water caves. It is an absolute no. There is nothing besides my children that could get me into one of those. And I don't even want to say it because I don't even know how I'd feel about it. The water cave, going to get my children. There's professionals that can handle that, right? I feel like if it was like above ground cave, I would definitely do it. But water cave, I'm like, no. The thought of being down there lost or being down there running out of air, it is horrifying to me. Or like, I don't know if you watch, because I'm a weirdo. So sometimes I watch these like caving videos on YouTube. And they have ones where they will like be literally like this. Their face is on the ground and the freaking rock of the cave is like this. You're like, I'm having a great time, guys. I love it here. And they're just like trying to squeeze away. I'm just like, I'm so good on that. Like, it's an absolute no.
I get it. And I'm not claustrophobic. My stepdad is. He can't even go in an elevator. Like, he's really bad. But yeah, but I don't have it like that. But I do question. I mean, there's human curiosity and there are desire to explore and conquer, I suppose. But yeah, I never really got the cave thing either, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say it's like a hell no, but it's not a hell yes either. You know what I mean? It's like, have you heard about all of the tunnels under Paris?
Yeah. I've heard of them, and I don't know why people. There was this story I heard one time of this girl who she went down there with her friends, and she was drunk, and her flashlight or something, or her phone or something went out, and she could not find her way out there, and they found her. Like, she obviously had passed away, unfortunately. Yeah. But I can only imagine how terrifying that was to be in the pitch black, like, lost.
Absolutely. See, Hollywood will do the, oh, what if it's haunted, or what if there's a monster down here? But what happens with a lot of these places is that you get a lot of homeless people will use them for shelter. Yeah. And sadly, a lot of the homeless, not all, but a lot of the homeless community has addiction issues. And so, it's I just think, if you're going to go down into the space where it is underground at all, you need to make sure you're going with a professional first and foremost. You need to make sure that you've got somebody who knows what they're doing and knows that area, and that don't just go down there on a whim and just think it'll be fun. It's not fun. It's dangerous.
And I feel like if you are going to go caving, from what I've heard from actual cavers, is like the most important thing is to make sure that you bring way more light than you think you're going to need. Like, but I don't need to know that information because I'm never going. Right? Like, I the best part, and it's funny because like a lot of people make these comments on the caving videos that I watch, but they'll say like the best part about caving is that you don't have to do it. You really don't. It is 100% your choice to get down there in that cave. And I don't think I'd ever really have to worry about it. With my daughter, I don't think she would ever be into caving, but my son's like, nope, absolutely not. Dark, tight spaces. He's just like me. He's good on that. So, unless something changes, yeah, that's that.
It's funny because so we're not getting you on water and we're not getting you into the ground. What's becoming clear, Jess, is that you just like your feet on the floor, quite literally.
I just like to be home with a nice cup of coffee, with a book or maybe painting something or playing with my plants or reading my tarot. Like, I'm a very simple person. No, I do like to go out and do things, but no, caving and on the water, no, I'm good on that.
We haven't explored mountain climbing yet, but maybe I think that's be a thing.
I wouldn't have a problem with going up mountains and stuff, but it's, again, within reason. Like, yeah. I'm not going to be somebody who's going to go climb Everest. First of all, I'm not in enough shape to do that. And secondly, like, even if I was, like, there's something really disturbing about the people that go climbing on Everest and they walk past these bodies that are frozen in time. Like, hello, warning, yeah. red flag. And it's like, I don't know. People who do that kind of stuff are adrenaline junkies and they want to experience things. That's fine. Do you? Yeah. But I'm not one of those people. I already feel alive. I don't need to feel any more alive. I'm alive. My heart is beating. I have neck pain. I have jaw pain. It lets me know I'm alive every freaking day.
This is true. Every day I get a rundown of what, Jess's daily pains and aches and problems.
Yes. I have a beautiful snake that depends on me that'll be here for probably 30 years. Can you believe they live that long?
Between him and Milo, you've got your hands covered. You're fine.
Yep. He lives so long that I put him in my will.
Bless him.
Because
there are people that hate this, by the way. There are people that literally click off this video because of the kid. You know that, don't you?
Well, that's their problem. Just like I will go in a cave, they don't have to watch.
No fucks given today. Oh, it is what it is. You like it? Cool. You don't like it? Bye-bye.
Exactly. And how could you not like this little face? He's so cute. He's like, screw you. I just want to explore. Let me loose. He's like, release me.
It's true. It's funny, when I was younger, I had a real no about one particular animal. And I find now that I'm a single parent and you have to deal with these things, I'm not as frightened as I used to be, which is spiders. I don't like them. But I don't have the thing that I used to have when I was younger. But what I do have, which I do not understand, and again, I know that everybody has their thing. Everybody, different strokes for different folks. I get it. I just don't understand people that keep rats and mice as pets.
I was literally considering getting a rat like a couple months ago.
Get it. I don't get it. I remember when I was pregnant the first time with my eldest and his dad, we went down to see some of his family. And they knew that I was scared. And they had rats as pets. And not only that, but they had them like just running around the living room. Just running around. And I literally was sitting there the whole time. Because at the time, I didn't have the confidence and the voice that I have now. I was a very kind of weak people pleaser. So I literally was just that kind of frozen, like, the whole time. I just don't get it.
Yeah. And rats actually, I don't mind rats, as you know, but I do agree with the spider thing. That for me is a huge thing. I keep literally a purple spray bottle in my house that says toxic on it. And so I can get them at a distance because I don't even want to get near spiders. I don't even want to get near them. And thankfully in this house, touch wood. Oops, I shook you. Thankfully in this house, I haven't really seen too many. But in my last house, as you know, there were ones that were literally the size of my freaking hand, people.
Yeah, I know. I remember it well.
Do you remember that time that there was one that was on my wall and me and Bella had to tear my whole room apart and I was crying. I was like, Bella, you don't understand. You don't understand. If we don't find this spider, we got to move out tonight. We're going to be homeless because I can't do this. I was like, you don't understand. And finally we found it and we killed it. And Bella had to actually like take its body and get it outside because I could not. I was that terrified.
You are that meme with the girl front-facing camera and the house on fire behind her, and it says, "I found a spider. It's gone now."
Yes, literally, and that's and the people who are like, "Oh, I just release them back to nature." I'm like, no, you guys do you. But if somebody or something comes into my house unwanted, I'm gonna handle business.
I say that. I go, look, I don't like bugs particularly, but like outside is their home. I don't care. I'm not fine. You live outside, do you? You come into my house, there's going to be a consequence. And I'm trying not to kill you, but if I have to kill you, you're dead. I'm sorry.
And there's, unfortunately, living in Florida, which is like a mini Australia, there's like, right. Literally, you could open your door and bam, a fly or something will hit you right in the face. Like, right. Things want to come in your house. They just want to. They don't want to stay out in nature. So it's really difficult. Like, it's really difficult living in Florida when you're scared of bugs and critters and things like that. And even though I'm very comfortable, obviously people see that I'm very comfortable with Baku. I don't fear Baku. That's why. I know him well enough. He's never struck at me. He's only hissed at me one time when he was really small. Like, I literally, when I first got him, which is normal, he was scared. But he's never struck at me. He's never hurt me. I can touch his head. He's not head shy with me at all. He trusts me. I trust him. But a regular snake is out there on the streets. I don't know this snake. This snake don't know me. I'm not going to go and approach it. Like, no. You know?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So, yeah. Was that your third note?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I was just thinking, because you mentioned about Baku, and it was kind of like, I sort of could think about animals. I did watch, and if you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. I mean, it's made by the same guy who made Tiger King. You remember in lockdown, that was the whole thing with Joe Exotic, and it was the whole thing. Yeah. He's still in prison, God love him. Same guy, director, made a documentary called Chimp Crazy. Shit, I watched that whole, I am not easily shocked. And I watched it like this. Chimpanzees, no. I am, that's a hard no.
That is so
not.
That is so funny. This is one of those times where we're twinning. We find that with our friendship. Sometimes we're like, twinning, we're twins. That's my last one was chimps. Like, it's an absolute no. I don't want to hold them. I don't want to be close to them. I don't want my kids close to them. They're cute from a distance behind like thick glass that's probably like that thick. That's fine. Because chimps will tear your face off, like literally.
Yeah, this woman, that's why like they tore her nose off, he had the ears off. There's one woman who took her whole face off. They are strong. They're about 10 times stronger than humans. And once they get reach sexual maturity, forget it.
Yeah. And that chimp that you're talking about, they used to let that chimp smoke and drink. And drive. I'm like, it's a chimp, people. Where are the lines? Where are the boundaries here? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just like, no, absolutely no. I'm good on chimps. That's so funny that we both mentioned that, because that's one of
It's only been in the last probably year that I felt that way. Before that, I was like, oh, they're cute, they're funny, whatever. But after watching that documentary, oh, fuck no. I am going nowhere near one ever again.
Yeah, no, and this thing is like, it's crazy too, because like when you go to the zoo, which I haven't gone to the zoo in a long time. I'm not the biggest fan of the zoo. I will go to it because the animals are there. I feel like you should go visit them, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the zoo. But I love going and watching the chimps because they literally look like people. Yeah. Like, it's crazy to watch them. Like, I watched a family one time, a male, a female, and then a baby. And the way they interacted with each other, like passing the baby back and forth between each other and kissing the baby and hugging on the baby. It's like, they're like people. It's so odd and surreal. Like, there's like, I don't know, just a couple chromosomes or something that's separating me from being them. It's just really odd, Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, they're my animal nose, if you like.
Yeah. Well, I guess my last one is going to be obviously bad behavior. Sure. And what I mean by this is dishonesty. I do not like liars. No. I have a really big problem with that because I am somebody who is honest to a fault. Sometimes I feel like I should just shut up sometimes and not be so honest. So for people who are dishonest, people that lie to me, I don't like that. And I don't like people who bully other people. Yeah. People who go out of their way to bully somebody or make somebody feel bad about themselves. I don't like that energy. I don't like people who are mean just to be mean. We all can get angry sometimes and we can say things that we don't mean. But when you're mean just to be mean because you want to hurt somebody else or make somebody upset, I really don't like that energy. It's a no for me when people can't take accountability. Yeah. When people think that their shit don't stink and that they're perfect. When they obviously do things that hurt other people or that cause problems. I don't like that. Yeah. So I think that's like, and that to me, when I say obviously bad behaviors, because I feel like at some point when we're young, probably in elementary school, we're taught not to bully people, to be honest, to if you've done something wrong, admit to it.
Yeah.
But it feels like there's a lot of adults running around that just can't do that. I don't know. So that's one of my big notes because I do have integrity.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I totally resonate. I get it. It's like there are people on these streets who just I don't know. It's and I don't want to sound like it was my birthday this week, so I'm 44 now. God help me, but I don't want to sound like I'm being old when I say this. But I do think that the energy is really freaking weird at the moment. It's really weird out there, and it's not an American thing. It's not a British thing. It's just it seems to be a collective thing. There is this energy of, and there are many reasons. I mean, we're not going to get into why that is because we'll have an opinion, but people are really not only low and fed up and sad, but like really angry. And when you're a decent or try to be a decent, kind, sensitive person, going out in the world at the moment is hard.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I literally just talked about that in a reading. And it is hard, especially like when you're empathic and when you're picking up on other people's, emotions and stuff. It's really difficult. It's really hard. And I'm one of those people that I can let things go.
Yeah.
I can forgive. You know me. I'm not really a grudge holder. I'm somebody that like people make mistakes and I try to extend forgiveness and everything. And so for me, when I come across people who just they hold grudges and they can't forgive and they can't let things go, I just don't like it. It's a note for me. Like that's not my energy. I'm somebody that can forgive. I'm somebody that can move past the past. I can let go. Like that's just me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Red flags, as it is, and noticing it in other people. It's like I think that what happens when you're a kind person is that we justify. I mean, I think there's a difference between forgiveness and excusing bad behavior and justifying bad behavior.
I had to wrangle him back in. Sorry. I had to wrangle him back in. He was trying to wrap around the pole over here.
Bless him. But yeah, I think there's a difference between forgiveness and justifying or excusing bad behavior. Yeah. Right? If you've got somebody and they're showing you who they are, like literally, there's a difference between someone saying something and someone showing you, right? If someone is showing you who they are and you're making excuses and justifying it and they keep hurting you, like at what point do you say, enough now? And really, our own self-worth and our own self-respect and our own boundaries, I've come to an age now where I'm like, if I see a red flag, I'm gone. I'm not playing anymore. I haven't got time to be messing around.
It's hard because I am somebody who I can be like that too. Like when I see a red flag, I like to just disappear and be gone. But then at the same time, I see potential in people. And I wonder if that is one of my faults with people because sometimes I see goodness or kindness or things that just it's not there and their actions or their behavior is expressing to me that it's not there. But I want to believe in the best in people. It's something that I'm still working on.
I know, and we're all works in progress. None of us are sitting here saying our shit don't stink, right? We've all got stuff we're working on.
Yeah.
And trying to see someone's potential is not a bad thing, babe. It's just I know that it's put you in positions where it's ultimately hurt you as a consequence.
Yeah, because I sometimes believe that some people are like me. Like I think that, because I'm forgiving and because I can move on from the past and I can let go or I'm not bitter or whatever. I think that other people are the same, but I get shown time and time again that that's actually not the case.
Yeah, that's that thing, isn't it? Stop expecting you from other people.
Yeah.
But ultimately it's like trying not to let the world harden your heart because you have so many good qualities. And, like I say, even if that's your worst quality, it's not the worst one to have,
Yeah, and that was kind of like the whole message of the reading yesterday. So it's so funny that we're talking about this because that was the message is that don't let how other people receive you or the world change who you are because the world needs more people who have a strong light and want to be kind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bless you. Okay, my last one. Although I do agree with everything you said, by the way. Bad behaviour is absolutely. But I and I mention this occasionally from time to time. I think I've already mentioned it once on this. I don't do horror. And it's a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way because I tried. Because you go over here has been the classic people pleaser, been out with guys who loved it. So I was like, yeah, okay, we can watch it. Has nightmares for 3 months afterwards. You know, it's like
Yeah.
and it's not just horror movies, although that is a no. And I've watched them. Like I've seen The Exorcist, I've seen Paranormal Activity, I've seen The Blair Witch Project, although some would say that's not a horror movie. I have seen them, so it's not like I'm sitting here going, I've never watched one. I have. I don't like them, but it's not just horror movies that are my issue. It's anything that I deem to be scary, and it's subjective, right? So my horror scare tolerance is really freaking low because I don't like to be frightened. There are some
Yeah.
people that do, like you say, like the adrenaline junkie. There are people that are scare junkies and almost get off on that feeling. I don't like it and I don't understand it. It's funny, I was talking to my eldest on Wednesday and we were talking about food. Go with me. And we were saying that there are people that like really love like very, 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 very hot, spicy food. You know, like a vindaloo curry or whatever. And I go, I don't get that because to me, food is pleasure and there is no pleasure in pain. So I don't want my mouth to feel like it's burning and I don't think that's a good thing, right? So for me, being frightened to that degree is not something that's fun. It puts me into trauma response and I just want to cry and run away.
Yeah. And I know that about you. I know that you know, horror is not your thing and being scared and jump scares. Like, I know that sometimes your son will sneak up on you because he's like a ninja and like he'll scare you. I know. I don't mind certain horror films. Like I don't mind paranormal stuff. That doesn't scare me as much because I'm not really scared of that stuff. I've had a couple experiences and I'm just like, you know, it's obviously a little unnerving, but it's not exactly scary to me. I don't like real life stuff like humans hurting other people in horror films. Like home invasions where they kill the whole family and stuff. Like I don't like that. I don't want that kind of negativity in my life. I don't watch it and I don't understand the like entertainment in that. Like to me, you know, it's just disturbing and it's weird. As far as spicy foods go, I don't mind spicy foods. I just can't handle spicy foods because of my reflux.
I know. I don't mind a little bit of heat. I don't mind a bit of warmth. But when it's like your mouth's going to fall off and you're crying, how's that fun?
And that's like a trending thing now. Like everywhere you go, it's like it's super hot. Like for example, Popeyes, their chicken wings are unbearable. Like you cannot even eat them. I'm like, dude, like this is not the average person's spice level. This is for those people who want to do like those online challenges about spice. Not everybody's an online influencer eating chili peppers raw, like raw dogging chili peppers and stuff. Like relax. But that's just, I don't know. Some people are built for it, some aren't. I have my little Crystal's hot sauce and honestly a couple drops of that and I'm like, I'm good. I can't handle any more than that. So I'm more like a smoky versus a spicy.
Yeah, I'm just such a Libra, right? Like literally, it's got to be the path of balance and moderation. I'm like, I don't like anything too scary. I don't like anything too spicy. I just like, just give me the middle path.
You are indeed a Libra. Sometimes I resonate with Geminis, but then sometimes I feel like I don't. Like, because my Libra is my rising is Libra, as you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I actually resonate with the Libra more than a Gemini. Because I'm all about like justice and fairness, and I try to be balanced.
Which I'm sure you know. So this is a little bit off topic, but we brought it up. So your sun sign is how others perceive you.
Mm-hmm.
Your rising sign is who you actually are, and your moon sign is your emotional self, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a Libra, but my rising's in Cancer, which you know, home, real home, family, hard work, really sensitive. Or me, and my moon's in Taurus because you know I have a stubborn streak. Like when I'm doing something, I'm freaking doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm that Libra of like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure. But it takes me that long. Once I've made a decision, I will not be moved.
Yeah. My sun is in Gemini, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
My rising is Libra, like I just said. My moon is Sagittarius. So, I mean, imagine that. And my Venus is in Cancer. And I really wish my Venus wasn't in Cancer.
My Venus is in Sagittarius.
Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm. I really wish my Venus wasn't in Cancer, though.
Yeah,
it's a curse to feel so romantical and fanciful about love. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I really wish like my Venus was like in Gemini or something where I could be a little bit more logical and level-headed when it comes to love and not believe that love will conquer all. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
You are
girl.
essentially a Disney princess at this point.
I would be one of those Disney princesses that doesn't need a man to rescue her, but would definitely enjoy it. Like, I would be one of those Disney princesses like, you can't come in here and tell me what to do. But then I would let him tell me what to do. Like,
Whereas with my Venus and Sag, I am all about the adventure and the passion, right? So I'm like that. Well, if you're going to come in properly. Do it properly.
that's how I am, though, in a sense. Like, I don't know if you ever seen, well, of course you've seen the movie Shrek. Who hasn't? Yeah. She's like, well, if you want to rescue me properly, then I will be here waiting, right? I feel like that's totally me. Like, we're supposed to have a kiss and we're supposed to do all this stuff. And he's like, I'm kind of busy, right? Fighting the dragon. Yeah. I love that scene where he's like, I'm nobody's messenger boy. I'm a delivery boy. I love Shrek. It's such a good movie.
Very underrated. And as a whole synchronicity, my daughter's just got a part in the school production, so she's super, super happy.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be cute.
Yes, bless her. So look, essentially, we have our no's in life, and we guarantee there are things that you watching this have a huge no on as well, whether they are snakes or body parts or, you know, different places in the world. There are things that you have a hard no on. It's fine because we all have our things that turn us on and we have our things that turn us off, right? It's just the joy of being a human being.
Yep, I agree. I just, I thought that this episode would be fun. It would just be something chill and easy and just relaxed and all of that good stuff.
So. Yeah, and like I say, Jess and I, as you say, we talk all day, every day is what we do. And we talk obviously about everything because we've been friends for such a long time. And we wanted to bring that kind of just girl chat, easy breezy thing to you guys. So, yeah, just hope you've enjoyed it,
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we'll let Baku. Thank you, Baku. You're awesome. Thank you for being our guest on today's show. You didn't say an awful lot. You didn't really kind of add to the conversation, but we appreciate your presence, right?
Yep. He just wants to be let loose so bad so he can walk around every inch of this room. But he's not. He's going to be going right back into his home.
Everyone say bye, Baku.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give us a like if you enjoyed this and subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome.